Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is again the Awesomenauts Rumble Skolldir Showdown. Our next matchup is gonna be just as awesome. Pyro Cheese, are you ready for us to reveal the next matchup?
I am indeed. So the next matchup is going to come down between Love and YOLO. Some very interesting players. Love is kind of another one of those along the same lines as Star Sign, in my opinion, where if I think about a certain player, definitely Skolldir is the first thing that comes to mind with them. I don't have much experience with them. As far as I know, they are a Russian player, so we're not even close in the same matchmaking region. But because of the way servers work out sometimes, I have run across them in games, and you know, they're not necessarily something to be trifled with, even if I don't have anything much more to say about them. I just simply don't have that much experience.
Pyro Cheese, we got a request in the chat. I'm gonna have you do it, but I'm sorry. But first, just a reminder, guys, get your guesses in on who you think is going to win. You can think that either Love wins both matches, YOLO wins both matches, or that they tie. You have until the scene transitions to the gameplay to get your guesses in. If you guess correctly, you're going to be eligible for a giveaway after the match. I'm sorry to do this, Pyro, to you. They're saying in the chat they want you to say chocolate rain. Will you do it?
Oh, man. Chocolate rain. Some stay dry while others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. And that's all the lyrics I know, honestly.
Yeah, same. I was like, I hope he's not going to ask me, because I'm only going to be like, I don't know.
No, it's kind of funny you mentioned that. Pre-puberty I didn't sound like this. I don't think that's very surprising, but once puberty hit around, I don't remember, like freshman, sophomore year of high school or so like that, everyone started comparing me to the Chocolate Rain guy, Tazon Day.
That's awesome.
And that's you know, that's where I am today. This is what you see before you.
Claim to fame.
Yeah.
Alright, so, but there's another claim to fame that needs to be made. YOLO and Love gonna be seeing it if they're gonna be claiming some fame. I'm sorry guys, my caster, not a comedian. I am at the 25-second mark. Would you like to give us a countdown, my friend?
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get started. This is gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
And we are off to the races. Looks like not much gonna be happening. No damage dealt so far. Both players staying far back, but YOLO's gonna find the throw off the jump pad. Get some nice damage. Both players are way more passive so far than everyone else that we've seen. He's gonna get a nice little drop on Love there. She's gonna return it though. She is looking for those third punches, and she's definitely fishing a lot harder than YOLO is. YOLO seems to be so far going for the shock tactics, like trying to find the throw out of nowhere. Love is the one that seems to look like she's trying to put on the DPS with her punches. Like the punches are coming from YOLO, but they're in response to Love's punches, and Love is just, as a matter of fact, just punching in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, YOLO is definitely taking more advantage of those jump pads, trying to maybe, like you said, get the surprise throw, try to get a little bit more momentum from off screen or anything like that, just to get a little bit of advantage in that way. And the first kill is going to go to the YOLO there. Love going to go down to a throw followed by a quake right there. And now YOLO being much more aggressive in that stance.
Indeed, and might be going for the single. He's gonna find the nice setup. Okay, yeah, he should have that. Oh, but the counter throw. She's in the ABC situation and she knows it, but
yeah.
Unfortunately does not find the third punch. That would have been her frag instead of YOLO's if she had found it. But go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, unfortunately right now it is 0-2 in favor of YOLO right now, so it's kind of interesting to see how she is going to be responding to that. You know, we've had a relatively even match so far, and to see this kind of a start at the very least is a little bit surprising to me. So we'll see how it goes. And, you know, for how passive these two players are being, Medican I don't feel has really factored in too much. But, you know, for how passive they are, you know, YOLO just with a couple of heal punches as well as Medican is already around the same health as Love, so already evening out things in that way.
Indeed, and is she gonna get? Yeah, that's a DOT kill. That's gonna bring it 3-0 in favor of YOLO. YOLO trying to keep Love at again. Caster, not comedian. I'm terribly sorry, guys.
Just stick to your day job, Phil.
Yeah, right. But, oh, nice Quake prediction right there. He's gonna drop the Quake knowing that Love was about to come down. gets the damage, but he actually might be about to go down here. Anyways, he knows that A, B, and C gets the hill punch, throws Love. He is staying alive. The dream is real.
Oh,
the gnome of the jump
kill would have been hilarious, honestly.
It's like hilarious that he lives Asu's other way, and there she goes. Finds the throw that Yellow's trying to recover that HP, thinking that she's got off guard. And that's gonna be her first frag of the game. Yellow trying to last it with the gnome, finds the third punch off the jump pad, bringing it up 4-1. Nice. Both players full HP. Love, we can't really afford she can have one more reckless death at the most before she has to kind of start playing near perfectly to catch up. She still has a little bit of wiggle room left, but YOLO obviously has a lot more wiggle room, and that is going to be her wiggle room wiggling right off the stage. And and now YOLO just kind of has free reign. If Love goes for a kill, he can damage her so much that's a guaranteed 1-for-1, and he can just trade his way to 10 kills and take the game.
Yeah, Yellow definitely has the advantage here, not only in kills, but I think in just play style in general, just because, like you said, when it comes to that, he is much more willing to trade than Love is, just because that's going to benefit him a lot more than her. And right now, with that spawn prediction, getting a lot of damage on Love right there, actually. Not very much of a response from Love at all right there, it seemed, but, now coming back out here, almost going for the gnome kill again.
And both players kind of back, almost catches Love off the Quake, but Love just kind of gracefully floats above that, and now going back in. I think Yellow, he's playing really cautious. He's aware, I think, that he could be going in, and as I keep bringing up, just training his HP, but he doesn't want to risk anything. Even there, he played that pretty cautiously. He got out of 1 bar. It's very close to Love, being able to take up the frag without 1-for-1ing on it. That is that is her win condition. That is her only win condition. The only way she wins this is to be able to actually kill Yellow without taking that much damage. And go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and that's kind of an interesting thought right there, because some people take that as trying to be as aggressive as possible and lock them down, but others try to take the approach of being incredibly passive too. So either response, one way or another, definitely, in short, whatever Yellow's been trying to do right now, whatever Love has been trying to do right now, simply has been working out for her, so she has to change something, whether it be being hyper aggressive and hoping to lock him down, or being just super passive and just waiting and being patient for an opening to, then be hyper aggressive and try to dominate YOLO in those bouts.
And ooh, nice little trade right there coming out. She's really fishing out for punches. She's got a couple bars of HP left after that, and okay, never mind. 1 life left. 1 life left.
Yeah, these things can turn around really, really quickly, especially if you're not at 100% health. It's just, 2 seconds away from being down to 0 health, or I guess negative health in Knott's cases, so that you actually die.
Oh, double whiffs coming out from both. That's going to make Love just feel incredibly oh shit, I cannot do that again. She is her work cut out for. It's going to be a major upset if she wins this.
No, yeah, it absolutely will. YOLO definitely has the favor at this point, and, even in this, how the rhythm is going right now, again, I kind of hate to keep harping on that, but the rhythm of the match is so important, so YOLO, right there, not auto-attacking. I think a lot of players who play Skolldir just auto-attack just out of habit forever, so rhythm is going to be very, very obvious, but YOLO does kind of take the time to just be a little bit more patient, hold off on his auto attack to get into the proper rhythm set against his opponent. So you can notice probably a lot of times he's just jumping around sometimes, or he's just moving or just staying still, not auto attacking.
Has to do with he's not really known for his Skolldir. He's gonna be taking up the frag off the jump pad right there to take the game. But okay, so on his team, Knockout, and when he was on a team with Edster for the doubles tournament, he was never the Skolldir of his team. Furrin on Knockout was always the Skolldir, I do believe, him or 6C. When he's with Edster, it was always obviously going to be Ed playing the Skolldir. He's kind of he's Star Standard Wallop, where he's just kind of known for his Skolldir. And I think that might have to do with why Yellow doesn't have this punch habit that you're talking about. I think that's a really interesting observation, because all these Skolldir mains, you said, they're just basically kind of nearly duct taping down that left click. They're always just kind of fishing out the third punches. It's just habit for them. It's what they do. They're basically practicing their third punches on their downtime. But Yellow is just kind of his mechanics are coming more from just his Awesomenauts experience rather than his Skolldir experience. So while he might not have any specialized Skolldir tech, he doesn't have any specialized Skolldir bad habits. And I think that's one of the reasons that not only is he able to get into the heads of the other players, but he's also able to you know, be a lot more unpredictable, not on account of, like, you know, having better mind games, but just on account of being an inherently different Skolldir than everybody else is. And I think that's going to be a major advantage and possibly disadvantage for him in this tournament. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I definitely understand. It's kind of one of those things where when you get into high-level play of any kind of game or sport, whatever you would like to call it, it does come down to how these players play, and they are almost always locked into the people you need to watch out for are the people who are incredibly fluid with their play style, or, you know, whatever sport styling that they go with, or the novices as well, just because you really don't know what to expect from them. And not to say that YOLO's a novice by any means of the imagination, but just because it's difficult to read them, and it's difficult to kind of put them into the same category as some other people just because they play incredibly differently. So to see that coming out into play is kind of interesting to see. At the same time, it is kind of one of the things, like I said, I was pointing out that I was kind of looking out for that Papa Bear shuffle, that Skolldir shuffle that I was talking about earlier, to change up the rhythm a little bit. I haven't seen it so far, I gotta be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, didn't really expect it to come out much, if at all. So that's just kind of another one of those things to change things up, to maybe mix things up as well, you know.
Indeed. So I'm getting the next match set up. What do you think Love has to do differently in order to win the next one?
I think, really, I guess what it comes down to is to change, period. Because, like I said in the earlier match, whatever she's trying to do right now, or whatever she's trying to do in that earlier match, simply wasn't working out for her. For lack of a better term, it was a very, very one-sided match. I mean, it was 3-10 at the end of the kills. That's very, very dominant, in my opinion. So, just to change something, I don't know if that's just her playstyle, or, you know, I don't know how much experience she has in the competitive scene, but just something, whether it be a mindset change or a playstyle change, you know, maybe doing one of those things that Paolo was doing earlier, with maybe trying to do a little bit more mid control, and maybe taking a little bit more advantage of jump pads in general. I didn't really see her doing too much of any of that, frankly. It was just kind of more, she plays Skolldir, she's comfortable with Skolldir, but she isn't really taking too much advantage of what the actual circumstances are, that this is a competitive match, this is a 1v1 match, this is a custom map, this is, you know, a death match in that case. Because, you know, like I said, when I think of Love, I do think of Skolldir, but I do think of 3v3 Skolldir. I don't necessarily think of 1v1 Skolldir, you know, because even in those 3v3 nonce matches, you do get 1v1 situations, and, you know, I think of her as a very, very good team player, but I think this is just a very, very different environment from her normal circumstances in that team fight, going to a 1v1 situation.
I'm gonna completely agree with that. We'll see if she can make the adaptation, though. I'm ready on our next match at the 25-second mark. Would you like to give me a countdown, my friend, if you're ready?
I am indeed ready. You are at the 25 mark?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me go to 2 seconds. I'm at the 25 mark now, so let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, and we're off, and they're both players heavy fishing right there. Love just walks under the Quake completely. Could have gotten a counter throw there, I think, but it also just kind of looked fine. Just kind of did her little strut away, you know, like, oh, that didn't hit me. But now Yellow gonna go in, gets the stun punch, gets the Quake, gets the third. Love gonna get the counter throw. They're gonna miss the third punch. She's just gonna find the Quake. Yellow's gonna get a nice stun punch on the drop. But fishing out the Quake, manages to find it off the jump pad. Now he just needs to get a nice jump pad prediction hit. And not gonna find it. And he still has his throw though. He's looking up for the third punch. Love knows that he is. That's why I believe he's going for the third punch. He was confident that Yellow was going to juke him there. And there's going to be a whiff throw. Gets the Quake. Yellow's in position to take the first blood now. He's going to go for it. He's going to find the throw and take Love for a roller coaster before she gets last hit to the DOT. And now Love in a bad situation. She's going to be back to the bouncer. No cooldowns. Getting a lot of damage. And just Bell going to quickly beat her up and go ahead and take the next frag, making it 2-0. Going in for number 3. He might be able to get the killing spree going on here. And just, oh my man. He is keeping it up right now, Pyro.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to talk about mind games, I think the thing that I'm noticing right now from Love's playstyle, at least from what I'm seeing, and it's kind of interesting that I may be able to just tell us, I think she might be just getting frustrated at this point, because I'm seeing a lot of blatantly whiff throws. I saw earlier that she quaked right into a throw when you know, she didn't even make sure that the Quake landed, period. That again, that's kind of a lot more of a team match Skolldir than a kind of 1v1 Skolldir that Quake directly into a throw kind of thing. And here, it's still going to be a pretty dominant performance from YOLO, unfortunately. Love really needs to change something, get into a different mindset or anything of the like, frankly, to get into that. Like, you know, she was stuck in the animation there for a second for me, but she did throw basically off the map. Like I said, frustration mind games do go a long way in something like this. She is going to be able to pick up at least her first kill right there on YOLO from DOT.
And did you just see like YOLO's animation like stuck there for a second, or was that just my replay?
No, I think that's just a symptom of the replay system, because earlier, like I said, Love was stuck in that throw animation that started off screen, so I assume that she threw off screen, so...
Nice.
Yeah.
And almost gets off the jump pad. Have we seen any offsides kills from either of these players between Yellow versus Love so far? I don't believe we have. Correct me if I'm mistaken.
There was one, actually. I believe it was on Love, where they threw him off the right side of the map, and actually, she would have been able to recover, but she was actually stunned before she could make it to the jump pad, and that just let her fall into the abyss.
And she might be able to do something right here. Yellow misses the throw, and Love actually knew it. She goes straight in and takes the oily to get the last hit. That's going to help bring her back into this. She still has some catch-up work to do, but I think she's keeping a tighter game than she is last game. You do see kind of a few more whiffs from her, but... Okay, that was whippy. Yellow just kind of played patiently and knew that she was just going to keep going in and kind of banging on him, so he lost out the Quake, but didn't really care about the first and second punch hits and got the frag. So
yeah, that's what it comes down to. He's very, very confident in this case, and you know, frankly speaking, I think he has the room to. He has the lead, he has the playstyle advantage at this point. And, you know, like I said, maybe he's not frustrated at this point. He's playing much more calmly, and that lets him be able to get away with those kinds of things where he just plays a little bit more patiently, you know, just stand still for half a second. You know, like right there, like he got the throw off, he knew he got the kill, he had no reason to follow up with any kind of oily or anything like that, even though that was active right after the throw. And a bit of mind games going on right here, you could say. Just trying to see who's going to go first, who's going to make the first move.
Oh man, this is the gameplay I came here to cast.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
That's going in the top 5 moments video. And there gets the kill off the sides. Oh yeah, my god.
Yeah, that was identical to what I was talking about earlier that I think happened on Love as well, unfortunately. And this is going to be another throw. It's going to be followed up with the oily, and that's going to be it. YOLO taking it 2-0 against Love.
Dude, I'm sorry, that was freaking hilarious right there.
Yeah. Talk about mind games. I didn't expect those kinds of mind games. Just kind of like both players just tune out for a second, just trying to see who makes the first move. Try to react in that case, you know. You know, again, that's kind of one of those things where I feel like YOLO, even if both players were effectively doing the same thing, YOLO still had a little bit more control over the situation just because he could afford that. He could afford to go in first. He could afford to go in second, really. He could afford anything at that point.
Dude. And I still love like that moment where his friend got stuck and it looks like he's tiptoeing on the jump pad.
Yeah.
It looks really funny to me. Like a little ballerina Skolldir. But
yeah, very graceful Space Viking.
Yeah, you know, Love had some moments. Unfortunately, Yellow just kind of, especially with rhythm, as you said, he was just kind of a bit more in tune. He landed a lot more stuff. Definitely saw the tilt that came up from Love later on. It was like the longer the game went on, the less, I guess like if you viewed her number of hits versus the number of attacks she attempted as a percentage, the percentage just kept dwindling again and lower and lower. She did play very well though. I think more than anything, Yellow got inside her head and took advantage of that. Anyways, guys, we're going to be right back with our next match. Do not go anywhere, my friend.